That's fine. Excellent. Good. Ready. Aim. I want to see how long they'll stay like that. Fire. Good.
I wandered today, over the mountains, through the woods, and as I wandered, I saw some things, and I learned some things. Today, I'd like to share them with you. As has been discussed on many occasions, the Civil War was being fought in Kansas and Missouri long before war was declared in 1861. The western front of the Civil War, including the Ozarks of Missouri, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, and the state of Kansas, will continue to be hotbeds of activity in the early war, especially with the highly desired mineral resources of Indian Territory, creating a mad race for territorial control there. Kansas Jayhawkers, identified by their red leg wraps, ravaged Missouri in the name of abolition as early as the mid-1850s, and would continue to fight for the cause well into the Civil War, eventually inspiring General Sherman's March to the Sea. All this to say the Ozarks and their surrounding areas played a significant role in the Civil War and have many exciting events commemorating this shocking history. A few months ago, I received an invitation to come to the Crawford County Historical Museum in Pittsburg, Kansas, just north of the Ozarks, to go play the banjo around a campfire with a group of like-minded musicians during a Civil War reenactment they were having there. So my family and I prepared diligently for the event, and when the time came, we packed up and headed north for a delightful experience. The grounds of the museum were well organized and a good space for the event, with a Confederate camp on one side, up on a hill, and a Union camp on the other. Filling in the space between were vendors of various types. Some faces we had seen before in our wanderings, and some we had not yet met. The boys were quick to make some new friends as well. The vendors displayed a mastery of their craft and sold their products with kindness and genuine enthusiasm. Throughout the day, reenactors had various presentations in which they invited the audience to join them in building their understanding of the Civil War and life during that time. Presentations included a deeper look into camp life, how to load and fire heavy artillery, and how to be a soldier in combat. There was also a presentation on music. The boys absolutely loved being soldiers, and I had the honor and privilege of firing a facsimile of an 1861 Springfield rifle. As for the reenactment itself, there were 3 over the course of the day, one of which represented a skirmish commemorating the skirmish at Cow Creek of October 23, 1864. The skirmish of Cow Creek was an unexpected confrontation which occurred when the 6th Kansas Volunteer Cavalry was escorting around 500 women and children refugees to Fort Scott. The skirmish represented 2 battles, the Union winning the first, but surrendering during the second. The surviving soldiers and refugees were allowed to go to Fort Scott as they had intended, but had to do so on foot after the Confederates burned their wagons to avoid reprisals. The reenactments were all 3 a sight to see and were very engaging and exciting, even with the smaller number of soldiers. Alejandro was excited with every battle and made sure that I never missed a single one. As evening fell on Friday night, the time came for the musicians to gather around the campfire. The microphone was passed around as we took turns sharing our art and our hearts with the Civil War songs, cowboy songs, and traditional bluegrass standards. The atmosphere was relaxed and wholesome. My boys played with their new friends until they had no energy left, and came to sit and relax with my wife and cameraman so they could enjoy the singing and playing. The calm, peaceful, relaxing times, with good music around a warm fire, are some of the most wonderful times a man can experience in his life, especially when surrounded by friends and family. This way of life and time out in the wilderness enjoying such simplicity is why my family created this channel. It's why we chose to share the Ozarks with you. All of this was made possible because I met Charles, one of the reenactors, at Harbor Village, and happened to give him my card. A chance meeting. Shortly after, Amanda Minton, head of the Crawford County Historical Museum, asked him if he knew anyone who played banjo, and he told her about me. As it says in Romans 11:33, "Oh, the depths of the riches and the wisdom and knowledge of God! How unsearchable his judgments, and his paths beyond tracing out." One of the best experiences the Ozark Banjerman family has had so far, and it was all because of a random meeting with a man in Oklahoma who happened to know a woman in Kansas who was looking for someone to do exactly what we do. I am thankful to God and give him all glory for this wonderful experience. Remember, YouTube, keep going out there and seeing all there is to see. And don't forget to keep wandering.